Hey guys, welcome back. Pineapple King here. NFL schedule predictions. We're almost done. This is part 49ers, and I'm glad that Ayuk got signed to the 49ers before I got to this video because now I can just confirm that record is definitely going to be right. So let's get into it. You got the Jets week 1. That's a tough game, honestly. Monday night, that's going to be, honestly, it's going to be just as good as the Thursday night game. Whew. It's tough. You got the two best defenses in the league facing off against each other. I think Rodgers needs some time back in the real NFL type game. And as much as Purdy's the system QB, he's got the system all together. So I think they win that one. It's close though. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to bet on that game because that's such a close game. Vikings, you get a little you. It's in Minneapolis. I don't think it matters. I think, yeah, whoever's playing, Sam Darnold most likely not gonna take the 49ers defense on. First time you're playing the Rams, it's in SoFi. I mean, you guys' stadiums are like right next to each other. But it look, this team is dangerous. The Rams are going to be good again this year. They got a dual wide receiver threat and they have a solid defense even without Aaron Donald. So give me a loss there. And I know that sounds crazy, but the 49ers, they can't win every game, right? Then you go to the freaking Patriots in Santa Clara and it doesn't matter, you win that. And then the Cardinals, it doesn't matter either because those are both home and those are both going to be easy games to win. And then you go to Seattle for your first two games in Lumen Field. I don't know what it is with the 49ers Seattle games. I think you always split the series. Doesn't matter how good or bad the other team is. I think you always split the series, and I don't know why. But I mean, give me a Seattle in home Thursday night. I think they got that. I think they got it on locks. Chiefs, it's in Santa Clara. I think that's a huge difference there. And I think this. I mean, they have a super hard schedule. But I think it's funny. They need to have a bounce back week from the Seahawks, and I think they beat the Chiefs here. A little Super Bowl rematch. I think this is a revenge game, and I think they win it here. Now, I'm not saying they wouldn't win it in the playoffs, but I mean, I think regular season, I think the 49ers can win this. Cowgirls, they got CD2 now. Can't give it to them either. I just can't. I can't see it happening, unfortunately. Now, you're heading into the bye. Surprisingly, you're 6-2. You'd think you'd be like 7-1 or undefeated even, but you got your division rivals that you go against, and I don't know. It is what it is. But you got the Bucks in Florida, and I hate to say this, but the Bucks aren't gonna stand a chance with their mid defense, even though it's Brock Purdy. You face Seattle the second time, you're gonna beat him. It's just how it works, especially at home. Lambeau Field Packers. This is a tough game. Tough. That's This is a little tiny rivalry going on here. I think you only win it by a field goal. Honestly, it's a close-ass game, but you do pull off a win here. Very close game. And then you have the Bills in Orchard Park too. That's another like surprisingly tough game because Josh Allen can be one of those guys that takes on this offense, but I don't think the Bills defense can hold on to CMC, Debo, IU, Kittle. It's just impossible. So you can't give them the win there. Bears in Santa Clara. I think. Oh, this is going to be just as good as a game. These three games right here, they're all going to be wins for the 49ers, but they could honestly, they could all three flip the script the other way. But I do think the 49ers have the insane defense and a good enough offense with Purdy being the system QB to win these games. And then you split the series with the Rams as well. I think it's only fair, especially at home. Miami, this is tough because Miami has a high-powered offense, but I still don't think they can break through the 49ers. Give me the Dolphins there. And then you have the Lions. This is going to be probably your hardest game, especially because you're both fighting to win the division and to win the whole entire NFC and everything. But I think you pull out a W. That's super close. And then you can bench your starters because you locked the number one spot. You lose to the Cardinals because you bench your starters. And the Cardinals are actually secretly kind of good. But you're 14-3. You only lose to your division mates, but you win the division. As I said earlier, you beat out the Lions. That game against the Lions is huge. If you lose it, you could hypothetically have to beat the Cardinals to take over the Lions, but we'll see.